Lauren, thanks so much for joining us today at the DCKAP Summit. It's great to have you and the Klevu team here.
Yes, thanks for having us. It was very informative, very inspirational as well, especially with Duncan from Walt Disney. Light a spark today. So I'm very excited to be here and I'm looking forward to next year already.
Awesome. Thank you, Lauren. Lauren, site search is a big problem when it comes to distributors. One thing I commonly hear, of course, it's a problem even for B2C, but it's much bigger issue with B2B on the distribution industry, and it's very hard to get the site search to work. So what advice would you give distributors out there?
I wowould say site search is important, especially, when you guys have people typing in SKU numbers. They might get confused, might mistype something or misspell a product. So it's important, instead of having no results found, having a tool that is able to identify what your shopper is looking for through natural language processing. And then, of course, most of the time in B2B, you're having repeat customers buying the same product. So being able to have a search bar that automatically pops up personalized with recently purchased products, recently viewed, is pretty important. And you can see an increase in conversion rates compared to your normal out-of-the-box platform search.
So what kind of increase in conversion rates could distributors see with improved site search?
Yeah, so we typically see an increase from 12 to 15% in conversion rates. So it's a low-hanging fruit. That's a huge opportunity.
So even prior to the site search, the content is very, very critical. So should the distributors work on content first and then come to site search, or is it a parallel process? What are your thoughts there?
One thing with Klevu is that you can actually incorporate your content into the search. So I would say they both kind of go hand in hand. So, maybe have your content ready to put in that site search. But yes, content in the search is very important. So as your customers are typing and looking, the relevant content can come up for the relevant products that they're searching for.
And one last question. How is Klevu doing, and how's the company doing?
We're doing good. We're growing. So it's exciting, and we're so happy to be back at these in-person events and just with our partners and learning about the ecosystem just in general. So we're happy to be here.
I said one last question, but this is my last question. So when should a distributor choose Klevu as opposed to another site search provider, or should the distributor try to do it themselves?
I would say it's a lot tougher to do it yourself. We have experience. We've been doing this now for almost 10 years, coming up on 10 years next year. So we're going to take the manual work out of your team, save you a lot of time, save you a lot of money. So that's why people should choose Klevu instead of doing it themselves.
Thank you so much, Lauren. It's been a great conversation. Thank you for joining me today, and thanks for coming to the DCKAP Summit.
Yes, thanks for having us. Looking forward to next year.
Thank you.